Today we're going to take a look at Farlight 84, a game that I've been streaming over on Twitch basically every day for the past 2 weeks. It's a hero battle royale, which reminds me a lot of the ill-fated Apex Legends mobile, so if you missed that and you're looking for a similar experience, this might be the game for you. It's free, it's on iOS, Android, and PC, although players on mobile and PC don't have to play together if they don't want to. It's got these things called buddies that are like little Pokemon or pals that you can collect and use in battle. And yeah, it's just a really fun, kind of casual, but sometimes super sweaty PvP hero shooter. In this video, I'll give you a breakdown of what this game actually is, including all of the most important in-game systems, and I'll share with you all of the best tips that I've learned over the past 30 plus hours of gameplay. So let's do it. This is a quick introduction to Farlight 84. Okay, so let's start by talking about what this game even is. As I said in the intro, this is primarily a battle royale. It's like a cross between Fortnite, Apex Legends, and Palworld. And so most of the time in this game, you'll be dropping down onto the planet, searching for the highest level weapons and gear you can get your hands on, pew-pew-ing as many enemy players as possible, collecting these little things called buddies, and if you're as good as me, getting that juicy dub. Honestly, I've only got it like 4 or 5 times now, but I'm quite proud of myself. However, if you do get a bit bored of Battle Royale and feel like playing something else, this game does actually have some other game modes, like a deathmatch mode and a few others. And it also has a training mode where you can try out every single class in the game, even the ones you don't own, experiment with all the weapons, practice your terrible aim, and play around with all of these Pokemon, buddies. So these buddies you can find scattered around the map. Essentially, they're additional abilities that you can pick up and store in your backpack. Then when you need them, you can take them out and chuck them at your enemy for a range of different effects. There are offensive ones that are essentially like grenades. There's one that helps you revive your teammates. There's one that turns into a cannon to shoot yourself across the battlefield. Oh, and there's one that transforms you into a random object. What the hell? So as I said, this is a hero shooter, so there are a bunch of different classes, each with their own unique abilities. For example, the class I personally play a lot is this chick who is a healer. She has an AoE heal that you place down onto the ground. She also has an ability that both heals and revives players in the vicinity. And then she also has this dash. And just a quick note on this, so in a past version of Farlight 84, every single class in the game had this dash, or even a much better one. Players could dash multiple times and even dash up into the air. It was kind of insane. However, that has since been changed, and now only a few select classes have a dash. And as you can see, it has a really long cooldown. Another example of a class is this guy with his phantom decoy kind of abilities, which are quite cool. This chick who has invisibility. This guy who can put down a rover turret kind of thing. And this absolute weirdo who turns into a ball and rolls around. Mostly though, this guy is just fun to kill. So Farlight 84 does have multiple currency types, as well as options to spend real money in-game. However, don't worry, this game is not pay to win at all. Every single item in the shop is purely cosmetic. So no weapons, just weapon skins. And it also has a free battle pass and a paid battle pass, both of which are incredibly extensive, giving the player an absolute ton of content to unlock as they play. Alright, so that's my intro to the game and all the basic systems. Now I've got a bunch of tips to help you guys get started and avoid being totally clueless like I was when I started. But first, a huge shout out to ExpressVPN. If you've ever wanted to play games in a different region or browse the web securely, ExpressVPN is how you do it. I can tell you from experience it 100% works, and honestly, the ping's actually decent too. And right now, every single Mogz viewer is gonna get a huge discount of 3 months off all 12-month subscriptions, meaning it just got a whole lot cheaper for you to jump into a different region and destroy your opponents over there. How good is that? So go check out ExpressVPN via the link on screen and in the video description. Okay, so the first tip is the area colors. So when you're dropping down onto the planet, you'll notice that there are labels for all of the different areas on the map, and they each have different colors. So there's white, there's blue, and there's purple. So basically, white is the lowest level area. You'll find the lowest level gear in these areas. The blue is the middle. You'll find sort of average level gear there. And then the purple is all the best stuff. So basically, if you're new to the game, or you're in a squad that you're not familiar with, I highly recommend dropping down into a white or a blue area. If you drop into a purple area, you're probably going to die very quickly. There's going to be squads there, like the full squad, and there'll be experienced, confident players. So if you want to survive for more than a minute or a few seconds, I highly recommend dropping into a white area. And if you're a little bit more confident and you've got a good squad, drop into a blue area. But other than that, yeah, purple I don't really recommend. You could maybe start in a blue area and then work your way into the purple area. That's one strategy that I've found worked a little bit, but some of the best items might be gone. But yeah, I don't recommend the purple areas really, especially when you're dropping in. Okay, the next one is that on mobile, so this is just for mobile players, when you first open the game, there will be an auto fire mode enabled. So you're definitely going to want to disable this, because otherwise your weapon's just going to fire like whenever there's an enemy under your reticle. I don't recommend it. So I highly recommend turning it off. I had no idea what was happening to my game when I played it on mobile, but you can toggle this in the settings and I'll put it on screen. Okay, so the next tip is about the looting system. So this is something that I was really unfamiliar with. As I said, I don't play many of these Battle Royale games, so this might be a common system in all of these games, I'm not sure. But this game basically has an auto loot system. So if you run over any items, if any items are right next to you, you will automatically loot them, and they will go into your inventory in any available slots. So basically, if you don't have a helmet or you don't have a backpack, or a jetpack thing, it will just automatically loot those and put them on you. And if you do have one, but you come across an upgrade, so if you have a green one and then you find a blue one, the game will automatically replace your green one with the blue one, and it'll just drop your green one. So that's sort of how the basic looting system works. There's also something else to be aware of where you can manually loot things. So if you, on PC, if you press F, or on controller, I'll put the button on screen, you can manually loot stuff. So if you do manually loot something, so for example, if you don't currently have a sniper rifle, if you come across a sniper attachment, the game won't automatically loot it because you don't currently have a sniper. So you're going to want to manually pick that up and you can carry it around. That'll put it in your inventory. So you've got a few inventory slots here. The number of spaces depends on the quality of your backpack or your jetpack. The attachment will go into there, and then later on, when you do pick up a sniper rifle, it will auto-equip to that rifle. So that's basically how the looting system works. It's a little bit kind of weird to get used to at first, but once you do get used to it, it's incredibly easy. It's so just casual and convenient. I love it. Okay, the next tip is explaining the leveling up system. So leveling up in this game is done via a bunch of different ways. You can get kills, of course. You can get these XP boost crates around the map. You'll also just get XP for surviving, so each time the circle closes, you will get an XP boost. You'll also get a ton of XP for opening these item crates, and pretty much for anything else, honestly. You just get XP constantly. So one thing to understand is that you've got these 6 different places you can put your experience into. So once you level up, you'll be able to upgrade your abilities. You have 3 abilities. However, the maximum level is actually not 6 points, but 5 points. So you can't fully level up everything. So that's just one thing to be aware of. You can't level up fully. You can only get all points in except for one. All right, and the last tip is really just to talk about buddies in a little bit more detail. So buddies are really just these little things that you find around the competitive Battle Royale map. And they're really just abilities. They're abilities that you can pick up and then store in your backpack. Then whenever you want to use them, you can drag them into that main slot on your backpack and then press the use button and you'll use the buddy. They're not really like Pokemon that you can take out and that follow you around or anything like that and fight with you. They're just things that you use once and then they're gone. When I started playing this game, I kind of ignored the buddies a little bit because I just found it a little bit confusing. There's too many options and it was just too much for me. But they're really quite simple, and if you want to learn what each of them do, when you do find them in the world, you can pick them up, and then when they're in your inventory, you can just mouse over them and you can see what they do. You can also go into the training mode and you can experiment with them in there, see exactly what they do. But yeah, don't sleep on these because some of them are really, really useful, and yeah, I personally love them. Oh, the other thing about that orb that you throw is you can also use it to pick up some of those spawnable items. So if you come across some of them in the world, you'll see this prompt come up. You can throw your ball at it and pick it up. And that's it, guys. That is my video about Farlight 84. I really hope you enjoyed that. I loved making this video and I loved playing this game. I've been playing it an absolute ton over on Twitch. I've been streaming pretty much every single day. So if you want to check that out and come watch me play and come have a chat, then check out my Twitch link on screen and down in the video description. Let me know down in the comments if you guys want more Farlight content, and if you have any questions or anything, if you need help with the game, let me know that down in the comments too. And as always, guys, like the video if you liked it, dislike it if not, subscribe for more videos like this, and I'll see you in the next one. Or maybe I'll see you over on Twitch. All right, I'll stop plugging my Twitch. Sorry.